Yeah, I think the number one thing that comes to mind is poise. When you watch him on film, he's been in a lot of tough situations. I mean, game-winning drives, and he's put up big numbers. But I think it's the poise for me as a young guy to be able to go in and execute when he needs to. The number one thing that comes to mind, there's multiple cases of this, but they played the Bengals, and he throws the almost like a pick six, and the next drive he comes out there, and I mean it's not even affecting him, and that could be challenging for a young quarterback or any player in general, to give up a play like that and then to come back and finish out the game. So yeah, he's got a lot of talent, and it's going to be a great challenge for us defensively going down to Houston and trying to get a big AFC win.
Last week you played one of the most run-heavy teams. This week Houston, one of the pass-heavy teams. Is that difficult for defense to go from one to the other in 1 week, or do you like that?
Yeah, definitely like the challenge, and it can be difficult. I think each team has their nuances of what makes them really difficult, and they have a plethora of really good receivers, and Schultz coming over from Dallas, a great tight end, played against him before, and their running game is really good too. I mean, with Singletary and Pierce, and what they do, they run hard, and so they got a lot of good things going for them on the offensive side of the ball, and obviously they're really good in the pass game with the explosives, and it's going to be a challenge for us in the secondary. I always talk about how rushing coverage works together, and we're going to have to do that Sunday in order to leave Houston with the win.
Justin, it seems to me that a natural inclination would be, hey, we've won 5 straight games, let's not change anything now. But with a team, you're constantly evolving. How does this team need to continue to evolve to continue the type of success that you have here over the last 5 years?
Yeah, I think defensively we need to be able to run and execute what we do well at the highest level, and we need to be able to execute and run our defense well in order to stop what other teams do really well. And I mean, that's the name of the game. That's where your game planning comes in, and then in the game there's adjustments, first quarter, second quarter, halftime, and so on and so forth. And I just think that's what the good teams do, and VJ and his staff have done a really good job of putting us in positions to help us win, in each phase of the game, first quarter, second quarter, what have it be. So that's a part of the game that's fun for me, being able to execute and bring the game plan from the meeting room, the practice field, onto the game field, and try to help us find the best positions to win games.
Justin, I kind of asked you a question about how it feels, but does it feel different? You haven't had a 5-game winning streak. You feel like you're always scratching and clawing to get back to 5. I mean, your whole career. Does it feel different coming in on a Wednesday on a 5-game win?
I mean, yeah, the vibes are definitely more lively. Going on a few games and winning those games, back to back. But in terms of preparation and detailed execution, in terms of meetings and practices, I would say that things are heightened. More than I've ever seen, and it's great. I think guys are really noticing that. Hey, we can do this and we can play with the best, but we just got to put more detail, more execution, more focus. And that's what makes a lot of this so much fun, is seeing guys not being complacent, not buying into, any of the hype, but fully confident in what we can do. So looking forward to just continue to build that day in and day out. Just take it one day at a time. And, right now we're just focused on going down to Houston, finding a way to win the game. Oh yeah, definitely. It's being demanded. We're being challenged on it, and I think every guy's embracing it at the highest level. And like I tell you guys all the time, it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be things that we wish we had back and we could do better at the end of games. But like BJ tells us all the time, man, you guys can control your effort, and I'll worry about all the other stuff. But go out there, play hard, play fast, and we can always fix the correctables. So that's what we're trying to do, and we're going to continue to do that.
I have a couple more. Justin, this weekend is My Cleats, My Cause. What's it mean to you, and kind of what your this week's like, and what this weekend's like for you?
Yeah, this weekend for me is one of my favorites, if not, my favorite, week in the NFL. thankful for the opportunity to be able to do something like this where, we can uniquely showcase causes that are near and dear to our hearts. And so, real quick for me, I have 2 cleats. I'll be wearing the first pair during pregame warm-up. White Flag is a company that I work with, and it's an anonymous app for mental health. And I think that's the coolest thing is it's anonymous. And so you can log in and obviously put in your information and your credentials, but you can make up any username you want to. And it's just an easy way to be able to connect with like-minded people that are dealing with maybe some of the same things or have came out on the other side of dealing with some of the same things that you went through or are going through. And anonymously, no one, especially I know the narrative on mental health, sometimes you just think like, I'll just get through it, and it could pile up. And so White Flag's an amazing app that I've used, that I know people in my life that use it, and they're just doing such great work. And then the second pair of cleats I'll be wearing during the game is my foundation, the Justin Simmons Foundation. Obviously always geared towards helping our youth through mentorship, education, after-school activities, sports, of course. Anything that we can do to kind of help level the playing field and just support our youth is any and everything that we're about. Not looking to uproot or to take away from any nonprofits or other companies that are doing great work with our youth, but more looking to partner and shine the light on them so people can be more aware of what's around in Colorado or in Florida or in Boston, the places that I've been, and how they can partner with those companies and nonprofits moving forward.
Justin, you talked about things that feeling heightened
Mm-hmm.
around the locker room right now. You guys are all smart. You guys know what's going on. Playing an AFC opponent,
Mm-hmm.
tiebreakers abound. There's playoff consideration. All of these things. How do you balance the broader view like that with the challenge of keeping everything straight in front of you and playing well every single week?
Yeah, I think for us, that's the beauty of playing this game is you want to go into a game where, hey, such and such and such and such is at stake, right? And, we're talking about playoffs and all that other stuff. But to answer your question more specifically, the best way to answer it is this is the biggest game of the season because it's the next game. And I think for us, it's why I'm so proud of the guys and the way that we've been handling things is because there has been a little bit of success, but the preparation and the work behind that has never changed and has never wavered. Last week's game was a huge game in terms of, you're talking about the bigger picture of continuing to play past the regular season. But the guys came in and worked and, didn't change anything that they were doing and put their head down and, hey, we'll do what we need to do and we'll look up at the end of the game to see where we're at. And so that's the mindset for us is this is the biggest game of the season because it's the next game and it's a must-have win for us. And it's against a great opponent. So we have our work cut out for us defensively, and we're going to have to pack our defense going on the road in order to win in Houston. Awesome. Thank you, guys.